My girlfriend wants to kill me. Part 3. I just sat there, shivering in the corner of my living room, in shock, my eyes fixed sternly upon the eyes of Samantha that lie there across the room, floating in a puddle of her blood. I then reached inside my pocket and pulled out my cell phone to dial the police. 911. And before I could dial the other one, I hung the phone up. I was contemplating if I should open the second gift to see what was inside, or should I let the cops do it. I didn't know if I could stomach any more gruesome contents, but I decided to open it anyway. As soon as I was about to open the lid, suddenly there was a knock at my door. It was the police. One of your neighbors called, reporting a scream coming from here an hour ago. Are you okay, sir? They asked suspiciously. I quickly nodded. They asked me if they could come in, but I nervously told them no, which of course made them only more suspicious. When they finally pushed their way in, they immediately drew their guns as soon as they saw the gruesome contents on the floor. Fast forward an hour later, there I was, down at the police station, telling them the whole story. My Uncle James had arrived as well. He wasn't pissed at me that I didn't tell him the situation. He was only disappointed that I didn't confide in him. The cops told me that they would put out a warrant for Mary's arrest and had every cop looking for her. They then told me there was something that I needed to know. It had something to do with the contents in the second gift. And I still remember those 5 horrifying words that echoes through my mind till this day. It was her decapitated head. Before I knew it, everything went silent as darkness claimed the room. I had passed out. When I finally opened my eyes, I was back home and lying in bed. There were 2 blurry figures standing over me. As my vision finally became focused, it was Samantha's parents hovering over me. They said that they just came by to give me something. Her dad placed something on my chest. I looked down, and it was Samantha's dog, Geo. They said that Sam would have wanted me to have it in remembrance of her. Later on, the phone rang with the best news in the world. It was the detective telling me that they had caught Mary. It felt as if my life was given back to me. Justice would be served, and she was finally going to pay for the murders of Samantha and that cashier. 48 hours had passed, and the phone rang once again. It was the same detective telling me to come down to the station once again. When I arrived, I heard the most depressing news. My heart sank in my chest like a brick in water. He said that Mary had been let go because they had no evidence. And there was more. She had an alibi. He even showed me the surveillance and said that there was no way that Mary killed Sam. But I wasn't buying it. Not for one goddamn second. If anyone knew Mary, I did. She was clever. Very clever. But then again, everyone vouched that she was there that night, and surveillance cameras don't lie. The whole drive back home, I was in a daze. It felt as if the car behind me was Mary, following me. I could feel her dirty presence upon me again. I then quickly turned off the road onto another. Then the headlights finally went by. I felt relieved. But then I heard the car slamming on its brakes. It then backed up, turned down the road that I was on, and started speeding towards me. So I slammed my foot on the gas and got the hell out of there. Then the car started gaining speed on me. Then it hit the back of my bumper. Before I knew it, I was in a ditch. I called 911 to report the incident. I told them that it had to have been Mary. But since I didn't get the license plate number, once again, there was nothing that they could do about it. When I finally arrived at home, there was more disturbing news. Someone had broken in, and the worst part was Samantha's dog, Gio, was dead. He was just lying there on the floor, lifeless and as stiff as stone. His eyes rolled back in his head and blood oozing from his mouth. Later on, I had found out that he had been poisoned, and I knew there could be only one person responsible. Crazy Mary. Suddenly, the lights went out, and there was a crash. Someone had thrown a rock through the window with a note attached to it. To be continued.